Ah, after all that, I forgot to set up my webcam.
Oh, I thought you just got duck scared. That was just like a
Nah, not yet. I had the link sent out. I had the audio set up. I forgot to put my webcam on a tripod. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
We're immediately starting off with the KyngPin shaky cam, I see.
I was about to say, welcome to Tripod Creations. We'll just get set up in a minute.
When I stream on Saturdays, I've got to be somewhere at 4, so I can't stream too late, but I also want to make sure it's not too short of a stream. But then, like, there's lunchtime at 12 for me, and then streaming an hour after. But today's boss level episode was an hour long, so I took that full hour to eat, giving me only like 30 minutes to set up. This was all poorly planned. I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. How's it going? We've got a stream today because, as always, I have something tomorrow that wasn't planned out. I set up my schedule being like, okay, well, I do work things on the week, so I can't take a reliable date to stream then. Saturdays I'm always usually doing stuff. Sundays are always a free day for me. Let's stream then. And then suddenly everyone I know says, hey, you know what's a good time to throw a party? On a Sunday. And so now we're here. But I've also got Dempsey and Nerd with me.
Hey, what they really did is they saw your streams on a Sunday and thought, now what can we do to mess with him? I know exactly what we can do.
It's been crazy, especially during the summer, because we've got graduation parties, birthdays, Mother's Day was 2 months ago. Anyway, how's everyone doing?
Doing good.
That's good.
Doing good here.
Nice. All right. In the chat, we've got Thunderbirds fan 103, Tough, Dempsey, Nerd, Caden King. How's it going? And Awesome JJ Ranger? Question mark. I'm not familiar. I don't. What's with the question mark? Awesome JJ Ranger.
We came out of Pride Month and now they're confused.
Also, the icon appears to be gone. It's just a blank circle now.
Yeah. Is it actually the real Awesome JJ Ranger, or have we got an imposter and it's a bit sus?
But I'll be honest, I totally forgot where we left off last stream, because when I opened the file, we had this guy circled. I'm like, did we vote on a character for that? I don't remember. And then I remembered we got DUCKSCARE here.
Yeah, we had Revenge of the Ducks.
Yeah. We had DUCKSCARE revealed before the actual DUCKSCARE reveal.
Yeah. Should have just done a question mark and left it at that, shouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, it's too big.
On a break, due to complications, I won't go deep. Was the response from JJ.
Gotcha. But that's definitely fine. Definitely take a break if you need to. Running a YouTube channel is a lot. And don't let prioritizing like your health make you feel bad for taking a break. I'm seeing a bunch of quacks in the chat now. Everyone seems to love DUCKSCARE, which I'm happy about.
It's only a DUCKSCARE when you get into set a timer.
Yeah, which, believe me, we will soon get to that point.
5 seconds later.
You can't do like a soundboard on YouTube, right?
Not as such. Like Twitch has got a built-in soundboard thing you can do. Now you can hotkey certain sounds or have certain things that play in OBS that you, like when they become visible or you click on them, you can play them and you can play the sounds.
Right.
Or hotkey like keeping, but there's nothing that people can use like Twitter's got that thing for the chat where they can select certain sounds like a soundboard.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool. At the same time, sometimes it's quite disturbing.
Yeah. Actually, I just thought of something. If I can find out how to make it work, because I've had a little trouble trying to set it up, but so through Stream Elements, if I set that up, and anytime somebody like subscribes or whenever I set it up donates, it plays the DUCKSCARE sound. That would be how to do it.
I can talk you through that. That's not too difficult.
Oh, awesome. Because I know...
Because I set that up for the on my last stream for the emojis that Ben did.
Right.
But they're already set up in mine to do that.
Ah, gotcha. Because I've set it like I had an animation set up for boss level streams, but I don't know if it was something through OBS or Stream Elements. But although the animation played, I wasn't able to hear the sound that went with it, like through the headphones. But that might just be from the technical end of this. I don't know if it actually played on the stream. And I don't know if I set up one for this channel for what's it called, for subscribing. The entire chat, 90% of the chat is just quacks.
Yeah.
We're quacking up from down there.
It's fine. They're the fan base. They're all quackers.
Stop making me laugh. I'm trying to draw over here. I do gotta eventually set up a DUCKSCARE emote. Because I know I'm sure people will get a lot of use out of that.
Most definitely.
Do it when they tip. So when they do a tip or a super chat, it just automatically goes off, and you'll be rich in no time without even trying to. The whole chat will just be doing whatever the cheapest sort of like tip they can do to get it to go off and see you jump on screen, and that's it. All your lives are just gonna be full of you jumping on screen. Oh, Kenny King's got a question for me and Nerd. Do we have a favourite folklore creature? I'll let you go first.
No. Yeah, I can go first.
Yeah,
for some reason, I've always been partial to Krampus. Don't really know why. Grew up in a German household, so obviously my parents didn't do the whole Krampus thing because they aren't psychopaths, but I still grew up hearing the stories and such. I felt like it was overly dramatic. Oh, you were naughty all year? Well, time to put you in a bag and drag you to hell. Well, seems slightly excessive, but still.
Okay.
Wasn't that just going to school?
Real quick, I had to look up folklore creatures just to refresh my memory. And this is what Google gave me for a picture of a centaur. And I'll also send it in the Discord.
It sounds like it's going to be rather interesting.
It's definitely an image.
Yep.
It's just
It's
just a guy.
The first guy to ever come up with centaur as an actual mythological creature. There we go.
I guess that's got to be the author. I don't know, who is this guy.
It's either that or it's a specialist in like the whole mythology of centaurs or something. You know, like took the things from mythology and put them into.
Possibly. But Centaur, I clicked the image that brought me to a website. It says Centaur, horse with an upper human body, Greek mythology. This guy doesn't look like he's from ancient Greece.
He's got the beard.
He does
True.
have a beard, I will give you that.
But just based on the headshot, it feels like he has an excessive amount of clothing. More like Victorian era type.
I've seen Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. I've seen the Centaur in Human World in the wheelchair to, like, as a disguise.
Touche.
Yeah, maybe this
Maybe.
is just a centaur with class. Who knows?
Possibly. I can't find this guy's image anywhere on the website that it's linked to. That's okay. You know what? Google be weird sometimes.
Google's weird every time.
Well, actually, I do have a story related to that. I was on Reddit the other day, and just out of curiosity, I looked up KyngPin Creations to see if, like, anything I did appeared, like if anybody was talking about me, for better or for worse. And I found out that, like, it must have been around the time the pilot released. One of my drawings came up for the, like, when they show the characters of the show. One of my Venomized drawings was in the place of the actual character. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
That's quite amusing, actually.
It is.
That's when you know you've made it big. Before you've even started.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Stop. Reddit, please cooperate. Wait, why am I doing it on the phone? I can look it up on the computer. I promise everyone we'll get back to drawing in a second. I just gotta find it. Where is the save tab? Saved.
Oh, we need that DUCKSCARE sound to play it down the Discord call at random. KyngPin's like, no, you're never having it now.
If I knew a way to do that, I totally would.
If we had you recorded the audio file and then sent it to us, we could probably play it out loud into our microphones from another device to get it to do it.
Yeah. So this is the screenshot somebody posted. They were more so questioning Gangle because it's something suggestive, so I just quickly drew over it. But right here for Ragatha, it's my drawing. It's really weird.
Agreed. Google do be weird.
That's because it's probably had the most, like, reposts or something from Reddit, so under that search terms it comes up.
I guess it's. I checked recently. It's not there anymore, but still, like, I'm like, oh, interesting. Didn't know about this. And so, yeah. I scrolled through all the comments of, like, what are people saying? What are people saying? What are people saying?
Do they like it? Do they hate it? So they're hiding shame.
Actually, the opinion was just kind of neutral. People were just kind of like, oh, that's Venomized Ragatha. And then that was pretty much it. Which
It's the end of the conflict.
I guess it's better than nothing. Or it's better than people hating it.
At least they acknowledged it.
Yeah. I was going to chime in. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my artwork. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe not.
You'll find you've got a fan wiki soon enough with all your stuff on it.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Yeah, I'm still waiting one day for someone to do mine.
Yeah.
Takes the whole fun out of it if you do it yourself.
Yeah, I do have reservations about stuff like that, which is, I forget what it is. It was something either related to this channel or Boss Level. I'm like, oh, that would be cool to do, but like, oh, that's what it was. It was like keeping track of, like, the versus games we play and, like, keeping track of the points. I'm like, hey, it's fun to do, but, like, I feel weird with me being the one to do that.
Yeah.
If you
Supposed to find out the Popcross wiki was done by him.
That'd be interesting. I feel like he wouldn't have the time to do that.
Well, he had a couple years before it came out. He could have just pre-planned everything in advance.
That is true. And I know, like, there's some fan wikis that get the information wrong, so, like, there is some merit to doing it yourself. Quacks, quacks, quacks. So his name is Centaur. Stream idea, Sinner Adam. I should be making a sequel to that video when I redeem the has-been sinners. Because I did reference making a reverse of that, turning the heaven people into sinners. And then just kind of totally forgot that video existed. My bad. But that is a good idea, Inkman Studios. DreamWorks characters as Spider-Man. DreamWorks Spider-Man. Pretty. Thank you, Kit Toon Magikarp. Also, I believe you're new to the stream. How's it going? So cute. Quack, 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 quack.
Yeah, definitely a DUCKSCARE fan.
I'm really glad. I mean, it was the chat's idea overall for the character itself, but I'm really glad people like it and like the design.
Yeah, I get the fun of having to come up with the green screen of Doom, although it's already been drawn for me in my fan art section, so that could be easy.
Yeah, that could be good.
It keeps coming up every now and again on my streams, not from choice.
Yeah. The hardest part would be trying to figure out how to work it into the story.
That's easy. Nexum's Nemesis.
Yeah.
Deliberately made by Loki and Krampus to deal with the DUCKSCARE. Well, not DUCKSCARE, but the green, deal with Nexum. I'm on your stream on DUCKSCARE in mind with all the quacks going on. Green Screen of Doom can deal with the DUCKSCARE secret mission objective. I'm sorry if my character's going to wipe yours out, KyngPin. It's not my fault. Loki's in command, honest.
You're good. KyngPin, can you at least give us an hour warning? I'm sorry. I'm really bad at, like, Dempsey and Nerd will tell you, I'm really bad at, like, for some reason planning this whole stream stuff out.
Yeah, no, we will very much tell you that.
Yeah, but in all fairness, sometimes I've come back and I haven't put my stream on till the last minute, and even you've messaged me, KyngPin, before and gone, "You're streaming tonight?" I don't know.
Yeah.
Like coming up to 10 minutes, 5 minutes from this, I normally stream. "You're streaming tonight?" No idea. I'll let you know in 20 minutes.
And Ark wants to know what to draw for the stream. How about DUCKSCARE as a shark? Just because I have sharks on the brain right now.
Yeah. I was going to say either that...
Draw Shark Scare.
Shark
Ooh,
Scare.
yes, Shark Scare.
I was going to say either that or something Monster Prom related. Because it's on the Mind Boss level. Just started Monster Camp, the sequel. We put out the first episode today, and it's even crazier than the first game. I'm just gonna say it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Monday night. I've been waiting to play the new Lethal update for Lethal Company.
Yeah.
V56 now, but not everybody who I play it with, because of the time constraints, like being in America and stuff, have been available to get enough people to do it and all experience it.
Right.
Because instead of seeing it, experiencing it is completely different than seeing it.
Really?
So it's kind of like, oh yeah, because I know what the new monsters and that are, because it's been around long enough for me to see it on all the things that I normally watch. But knowing them and seeing them to experiencing them in game is completely different. It's like, I can know what it is, I can know how to handle it. I'm going to get annihilated in 5 seconds flat when I see it, but let's go for it.
I haven't been keeping up, but that sounds like a lot of fun. Because don't they have like cars or something in it now?
Yeah, they put a company cruiser in it, which is quite cool. But there's also a new indoor and outdoor monster. So the outdoor one's a kidnapper fox that has shrubbery, which you need weed killer to get rid of the shrubbery to have, on the planet. So it's got its own law. And the indoor one is called the barber.
The barb? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, all I can tell you is a giant pair of scissors, invisible unless you're in a certain range, and all you hear every time it moves near you is a whomp. Which you're sat there, you're like, what's that? Where's a proximity sound as well? You're like, in your ear, you're like, what's that? Where's that coming from?
Oh, good. If it wasn't terrifying enough, invisible from a certain range. That's fun.
Yeah, so you can't see it until you're pretty much right up next to it.
How is that fair?
You hear it, but every time it moves, it makes that whomp sound.
True.
Although, when it gets to you, it's insta-death.
I can imagine. It sounds like there's a really old game. I've never played it, but I've seen people talk about it on YouTube. What was it called? I believe it was called Clock Tower. And the main villain is called the Scissorman, and it sounds very much like that.
I wouldn't be surprised. Seeker's known to just put stuff in the game to annoy people, like the company cruiser is exceedingly hard to use.
I could imagine.
And if it gets damaged enough, it blows up with you still inside it.
Of course it does.
Which is fun, watching people do that. And it's got an ejection seat for the driver. You can press eject on a button and it springs them out in the air, but they get that fall damage when they land back down.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
So, I know what I'm going to be doing for a while. Hey guys, you play Need with me? Yeah. Splat.
Just there to mess with people.
Of course, it's part of the fun.
Oh, 100%. I love the first Cars movie. Ooh, the first Cars movie is very good. I remember watching that. I don't know if it was for the first time, because when did that movie come out? Cars.
A while ago.
2006. Wow.
Oof. Right. Nope.
I feel old. Which one was...
Yeah, I try to ignore the years in which movies release, because it always just makes me depressed.
Yeah. That, and I found going back sometimes and watching like things you're into or things you were into as a kid will also have that same effect. Nostalgia is it's real.
Yeah, I don't mind the fact of how old something is. It's when I remember, like, when we went through all the retro programs I used to watch, and it's like, oh, I remember that when I was young, and then I think, oh my god, I remember that program before most of you guys were born. Wow. Be back in a second.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's your favorite Marvel vs. Capcom name? This might be a bad time to admit that I don't think I've ever played one of those games.
The only one of those games I've played is 3, and that was one of the ones where you had the double team where you can switch out between characters, and I would always tag team Hulk and Nemesis.
Nice. Yeah, unfortunately I don't know enough about the game to answer, so I'm gonna pull up a roster and choose my favorite character. I see Spider-Man. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man. I mean Spider-Man and Ryu from and Marvel 3. Nice. I don't know how well they play, but character-wise, all solid choices. All right. Fun fact: DUCKSCARE is not a big enough part of the channel for me to have fully memorized his design.
By the way, I've been writing down the episode suggestions as they've come up.
Oh, awesome!
And I
Thank
think
you.
I'll just send you. Yeah, I'll just send you the list after stream ends, so you can focus on the actual drawing and not having to be constantly writing everything down.
Thank you. I've been writing down the ones I catch, but
Yeah.
a lot end up coming in.
Yep.
I want to see drawing the cast of. Oh, wait, where'd it go? Ah,
And it just disappeared.
yeah. Two.
With characters from Shonen Jump was what the rest of it said.
Ah, okay.
I want to see you drawing the cast of Marvel side with characters from Shonen Jump, which I do not know what that is.
I don't know specifically. I believe it's a magazine. Not magazine. And what is shown? It's something with manga, but I don't know the exact term for it. Yeah, it is a magazine. Okay. Shonen Jump, officially an abbreviated SJ, was a shonen manga anthology published in North America by Viz Media. It debuted in 2002. Yeah, so it would basically have like the new installments of a bunch of different manga all in one place.
Oh yeah, just answered manga magazine. Owned by. Not gonna even try to pronounce that.
Yeah, I don't know enough on how to pronounce that, unfortunately. I'm sorry you were making DUCKSCARE make the duck face. You're absolutely right. That was not intentional. I don't even know if
Wait,
I'm...
literally.
I mean, it's...
Literally, you're giving DUCKSCARE duck lips.
It's
Is DUCKSCARE pouting?
a little bit. I mean, it's
Is
kind
that
of...
little duck like?
It's kind of the expression in the loosest sense of the term, but it's fine.
Nerd, have you seen Ark's comment? Oh my god, sharks are hard to draw.
Oh, wait. We got distracted. I don't think Dempsey, you and I ever answered Kid and King's folklore question.
Yeah, we
No,
completely
no,
did
I
that
didn't.
thing.
My two are either a werewolf or a vampire, depending which one that I hybrid of the two would be quite cool. But you know, I like the idea of vampires flying, but something about the werewolf, quite cool.
Based on my Google search, Loch Ness Monster came up, so I'll go with that one or the Chupacabra.
Ooh, those
Oh,
two are nice.
Chupacabra was quite cool.
Yeah. Pop Tropica Cryptid Island really stuck with me.
There.
I should do the white first. Also, I think I saw Dempsey, there was a comment earlier. Where'd it go? 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 I thought there was one earlier that said me and you should play
Oh yeah.
Lethal Company. There it is.
But
Arc.
imagine Dempsey and KyngPin playing Lethal Company. That'd be interesting.
That would totally be interesting. I'd be down.
I can't host though. My internet connection's terrible. That's why I get everyone else to host for me whenever we play. That's another reason why I've had to wait. It's waiting for someone who's got host that we can actually really enjoy it with minimal lag, just because unfortunately where I am doesn't have the best internet in the world. Otherwise I'd be more than happy to go, guys, jump on it, my one, let's go.
I'm trying to remember if I was the one who hosted during the boss level streams, but I don't think so. So I wouldn't have a reliable, not reliable. I don't really have a stand-in of how good my internet is, but based on going off these Discord calls, it seems to be decent.
Goku versus Guyver 1 would be awesome. I would like to see that. I like both those characters. That would be quite an interesting one.
Interesting. I am.
Well, Sorry, go on.
No, you first.
I was going to say, I first got into mangas from Guyver 1, and one of the first animes I ever watched was Dragon Ball. So those two are like really like OG things for me. So I'd be really interested to see what happens in that.
I mean, if you want to take that idea, go for it. It sounds like a perfect one for you.
I'm thinking maybe I should put a Guyver unit on Goku and see what happens.
Ooh.
Could be interesting.
Definitely.
Hey, Van.
Hey, Van, what up? I was gonna say, I am kind of working a little bit more on, similar to what Popcross has been doing, with like the multiple subject pieces, and seeing how that works.
You're not the only one.
What's up?
You're not the only one.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the composition from it is quite cool. If we can get them right, we'll learn a lot about our composition and stuff. So I've been thinking about that as well.
Yeah.
I just don't know what video or subject I want to do that on.
Yeah. The one I'm working on currently, is looking really nice so far. I'm really happy with how it's coming out.
Oh, is that the one that you put in the group?
The one I sent earlier today.
Yeah, I'm not doing any spoilers for anybody. That's why I said the one in the group.
I will say, though, after all that, it is taking a little bit longer. So the fact that I ended up being slightly ahead of schedule is working out in my favor.
Yeah, fair enough. Also, for the people in the comments asking if it's just KyngPin and Dempsey, I am here as well. I'm just not saying anything.
I'm a figment of your imagination. I don't know who Dempsey is.
I have a question for you. How would you draw a good vampire character? Just asking. Something with the color scheme, my guess would be like... if you look up Alucard from the Castlevania anime, he is... I don't want to get this wrong. I believe it's like half human, half vampire, but his wardrobe is much lighter than Dracula's in the anime, so that would be a good way to differentiate Ark from good versus bad, is to put them in a lighter color palette.
You also find with like in the Castlevania animes, the more evil vampires have more lines, like wrinkles, and like a creepier face compared to the good vampires that have more of the pretty boy face, as it were.
Right.
Which is more like a humanoid face with just the fangs coming out of the lips a little bit. So it's more of like almost the anime style hot vampire type thing you'd have for someone doing fan art, whereas the Dracula in that seems that, even though he looks more human, his face is more square and the lines under the eyes and stuff are more prominent along with darker skin. Right. So they changed also the skin tones as well between the dark ones to make them the evil ones to make them as dark and menacing as possible, compared to the good ones, which are blending with humans almost identically, or they're slightly lighter skin, as if they've got like they're an albino, if that makes sense. They've got no pigmentation in their skin whatsoever, type of feel to it.
Yeah.
Or you can have him with a glass of what looks like blood and a bottle of grape juice, clearly labeled grape juice, on the table next to him.
Oops. Wrong layer. Yeah, Dracula pulling up with the Hawaiian punch.
That would be hilarious to see. I want to suck your Hawaiian punch. I do not say blah 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 blah. Hotel Transylvania 5.
Yeah.
The Hawaii.
Wait, are there really there are 4 of them?
Yeah, there are 4 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. just to throw it out there, it's like one of those series that they've milked to death, and it's like, this could go on for a while.
Yeah. I mean, they did that with Kung Fu Panda. There's 4 of those. There's a 4th Despicable Me for I'm not quite sure why.
Oh, I want to watch that. It looks hilarious. The trailer of just the baby Gru's baby just being cheery to the mom, and then evil straight minion like I'm gonna kill you face. And then it's like the minions in the vending machine where he shakes up the can of juice, chucks it in there like a grenade, and you just go. You just got the silhouette after he slides down. I'm like, I'm gonna watch that.
I know I didn't love the second one too much. I thought the first one was better. The third one I never saw. And then of course you've got the 2 Minion movies.
Yeah, I've seen all of them except the 4th one. They pretty much seem to just go downhill the farther they go. Like, the first one had some good heart to it, but then it just kind of feels like they're relying more and more on the minions as they go on, which has some obvious issues.
Yeah.
Who's relying too much on the comic relief?
I mean, out of everything, that's probably what is making Illumination the most money.
Well, yeah.
King Bob.
Light coming from this way, so down here. Go the Helsing route. Oh, that's good. Dio Brando. Yeah. Ooh, character suggestions. Kind of forgot we had to do those.
What are those?
Character suggestions? Never heard of them.
Ben is here. Nerd, your shark narrator just sounds like a pirate version of Buffstar.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
It's okay. He can go out drinking with Aaron Paul. They all sound piratey.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, by sheer my vocal range was a little too not as wide as I thought it was. Professor Marcus Plague and Benny Sharp might not be related by sheer accident. Which I would like to point out was not me. That was all Popcross who started that.
It was all Popcross.
I didn't intend for Marcus Plague to have that voice. It was supposed to be more like a Markiplier-esque voice, and then that didn't happen.
That's okay. Benny gave Nex some psychological trauma just for meeting him once, so that's all Popcross's fault too. Well, to be honest, it's probably more my fault for the story I wrote in the Popcross tweet slightly, but I blame Popcross.
I was gonna say, I thought you wrote that one.
I did. He just tweaked what Benny was saying to be more of his personality, which is quite good.
Once I get more characters in mind designed, we should maybe do something along the lines of like mostly a possibly non-canonical, but like I'm open to the group, but like some kind of big narrator meetup.
Oh, I'm not for a fan fiction type, like just a offshot type thing.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna regret making this suggestion. Or something similar to what we did back in February, where we all meet, but we only talk in narrators.
That'd be fun.
That would be interesting though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That would just require a lot of planning.
Yeah, that's the tricky bit, is planning it all out to work nicely.
Yeah. And what I've learned just from doing things with friends, the more people you have involved, the harder it is to plan out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The more people involved in a plan, the more ways it can go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you've got a defined structure, it's basically too many chefs in the kitchen, isn't it?
Yep, too many moving parts.
Yep.
If Benny, Professor Marcus Plague, Nexum, and Dino Dude were to fight each other, they wouldn't, because they would get along and be annoying together.
No, Nexum would send some autopiloted mech armors to mess with them. Just to show up in front of Benny. I mean, let's face it. You know, if Benny Sharp's there and Nexum's there, Nexum's going to try and settle the score saying, hey, my mech armors are better than you. I'm the best arm mech armor creator. This side, that side, any side of the multiverse. So don't you steal my line again. Even though you said
Meanwhile, Dino Dude just stands off to the side and starts placing bets.
With Dr. Plague going, I'll have some of that.
I feel like Professor Marcus Plague he would either, well, now that he has DUCKSCARE, would probably either be testing out DUCKSCARE or like kind of egging Benny and Nexum on to like do their worst to him and see like either what he could take or what DUCKSCARE could block.
Yeah, you might say that for the winner and then take bets on what's going to happen before you can do tests on the loser.
You guys need to do an interactive stream where we can have silly conversations with y'all's narrator.
I'm open for you to ask a question. I'll try and do it in the narrator's voice and how they replied to it. But it is KyngPin stream, so make sure it's KyngPin related, so it can be even funnier.
Yep.
Oh, I see. So we would do the voices now.
Yeah, if they ask a question to one of our narrators, we have to answer in the voice of our narrator.
All right.
That'd be an interesting one.
But Dino Dude's voice is just my normal voice, so I'm just gonna exist, I guess.
Yeah, I think I've just given myself a hard job. I've got the most narrative voices to do out of the lot of us, haven't I?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Currently.
I've got a few. Let's see. Plague, Professor Marcus Plague, 1551, Ivan. I guess Katie could technically count. Is that the... Do I really only have 4? Oh, and then the kind of... the one who appeared for one episode, Dragons kind of narrator.
Let's see,
Whose voice I totally
Dude.
forget.
Yeah. Let's see. For me, we got Dino Dude, we got Beck Doltagon, we got that random mech armor guy I haven't even named yet. We've got Van Helsing, we've got Frankenstein Buttons Monster, but his voice is just an artificially lowered version of this voice. Yes, trying to... We have Stella, who doesn't really have that much of a voice going on. It's just me talking slightly different. And that's all for, like, actual narrators, I think. And then there's, like, a few side characters who have different voices as well, so...
I've counted, I got 10 official ones.
Oof.
narrators
with,
or just like character
yeah,
voices overall?
Yeah, no, that I put voices on. I've got 10. Yeah, about 10. And then I've got 2 which have been introduced but we haven't got voices for. One that I drew in the live stream and one that I drew for Arrival Unspoken. And then I've got 3 that I haven't even started doing much more than planning them out. Better mind, so I've got Nexum, the Mech Armor creator. So I've got Nexum here, then Demonica Darkstorm, Elfo Bainsworth, Dino of Dino Claw, Velocity Raptor, the Kid, Connor Farley, Loki, Ashana the Godslayer, and then I've got to come up with the rest of them, but that's just generally, yeah. I think I got the most bar pop cross.
Yeah.
Currently.
I just went through my list of reoccurring speaking roles. I think I have like 11. And
Wow.
if we're counting if we're not counting, sorry, trying to figure out how to phrase this. If we're counting all the characters that reoccur and not just narrators, I have 11. Just narrators, it's only like 6 though.
Yeah, because I've got a couple of mine that aren't on there, like the agents that we have that are just me doing a normal voice or a slight variation of my normal voice for the agents that are one-shots when they're doing the lessons or the classes in the Department of Multiversal Matters. But yeah, wow.
I do see some questions coming in. I will answer this one first because I don't think this one is a voice-specific one. Does Sharkscare has the same powers as DUCKSCARE? I'll leave that one up to you, Ark. DUCKSCARE's powers, I knew when I was going to make DUCKSCARE a character, it only made sense for him to have time-related powers since the whole bit did start from me being scared by a timer. And then, so while writing the script, a big part of the writing took up, like, what powers am I going to give this duck? And so, I'm very happy with how it came out, and I'm really happy that people seem to like it. But, for Sharkscare, I'd say you can make up whatever you want, Ark. If you need suggestions, let us know. I'm sure we can come up with some. Well, definitely the chat could.
Chat definitely could.
I like the fact so far all the questions are for KyngPin's characters.
Yeah. I got my work cut out for me. All right. Question for 51. What are your thoughts on 50? I don't think I've ever done a voice in front of people who aren't outside of like the boss level crew. Also, this is improv, so let's see how it goes. Well, I would say 50 is very knowledgeable, but he's a little boring sometimes. He's not really into demon forging as one would think. There's so much potential in there that I'm yet to learn about, and just he seems very, very stern on what he's telling me about. And I just think he could lighten up a little bit. Voice might not have been 100%.
I have to say, I want you to go, oh boy, in that voice.
Oh boy.
Yeah, close to Mickey Mouse. It was that pitch. It was that pitch as you were going. You started off with like the slightly higher pitch in the voice. And
so
the like inflexes going a bit higher in that. And it was like I just had Mickey Mouse would be good for that.
So that's the voice I used for a character, for an audition for a student, like a university-made game, over the last month or something, and so it became that voice. And although 51 was an established character prior to that, I noticed the similarities and just kind of shifted it a little. So it would work. But as I've done it for the video game character for 51 and for one of the characters in Monster Camp from for boss level. People have pointed out, it's like, hey, that's very Mickey Mouse. I'm like, oh, you're right, it is. Hopefully I don't get sued.
Do you know what I say to them?
I did see another one for plagues right after that. I'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I do see at the bottom, we definitely need another video with 50 and 51. I'm not gonna say anything other than you might be getting one sooner than you think. That's all I'm saying.
When they meet 52.
Technically, though, with the way I set up the lore for the all demon-based videos, a character named 52 is not impossible. Just saying. It's probably not going to show up in the next one, but if another character were to show up, a 52 is by all means possible.
I'm interested now.
Yeah. Where was it? Question for Professor
Right here.
Marcus Plague. What is your opinion on mech suits, and would you like one for yourself? What would Professor Plague be on mech suits? Also, keep in mind, some of this, any of my answers have the possibility to not be canonical, as I'm still figuring out the characters. Just putting that out there.
I kind of want to go now. All answers by KyngPin are subject to T's and C's and are subject to change.
Professor Marcus Plague, what would be your thoughts on a mech suit? Alright. I feel like this is in line, but take it with a grain of salt. It might be subject to change. When you're talking about mech suits, from my perspective, you're talking about a layer of protection that I personally don't need. If I'm going up against any of these SCPs in this foundation over here, then I could take. If I'm taking them on, I'm taking them on myself. Al naturel. I mean, you saw the way I took care of that corpser. All single-handedly, no help from no mech armors and nothing. It is 100% Benny Sharp. Oh.
Well, now, I think we've got an impersonator of Benny Sharp here.
It was as soon as I said mech armors, it really hit me.
Oh, that was quite funny.
What is DUCKSCARE from? That's mine, KyngPin. So you go here. I always forget how I categorize these. I do it by number, not letter. There we go. All right, so we have we're gonna go back to the emotions. This is what we spun last time before we sidetracked for DUCKSCARE. So our next
there was an
emotion.
emotion chart here.
What's up?
I said, oh yeah, there was an emotion chart here.
Yeah, we had other things we were creating at this point.
I'm gonna go back through, see if I missed any character suggestions, but we're gonna go with A3, and then we will spin and vote. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this before. The stream's gonna be going till about 3:30, because I have another. As always on Saturdays, I have somewhere to be around 4. So yeah, we got about another hour, which should give us enough time to at least get to the flatting of the next character, give or take.
Yeah, it should be.
Yep, possibly.
Depends how distracted we get.
Yeah.
Depends how many rabbit trails we decide to go down today.
Okay. forget one little thing. Forgot to add glow for DUCKSCARE. Nope, that's a real pen. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot. There we go. I'm just imagining Benny and Nexum getting into a semi-friendly scrap, and suddenly one of them is frozen, and they look to see Professor Plague with DUCKSCARE, and he just says, "Wasn't me."
I kind of feel both would be frozen but able to speak, and it'll be like Nexum going, "Hey, Benny, what did you do here?" And he's like, Benny goes, "Wasn't me, like my ma always says." And then they look over, and then it's like, "Wasn't me."
Please do Killua? I am unfamiliar with who this is.
He's a character for Hunter x Hunter. He hangs around with Gon, the main character. He's kind of like an assassin with an electric power.
Oh,
And his
cool.
families are kind of like the occult. Like he's almost like a vampire with electric powers as such, but a kid.
Interesting. My sister just started watching that. I'm gonna ask her how it is.
It's a really good series.
It
It's
is?
been around for a while, but it's amazing. Yeah. If you start watching it, you'll get hooked.
Did you say hurt or hooked?
Both.
Oh no.
Depends on how invested you get in it. But no, no, you'll get hooked.
Gotcha.
You'll get hurt if you don't watch it. You will get hurt. We will hunt you down. We will find you, and we will make
Oh,
you
no.
watch it. I'm not taking the whole thing. I have a certain set of skills. I will find you.
Oh
I
no.
will hunt you down,
Now I'm scared.
and I will kill you. I love the advert of him trying to not be in that voice. Like, yeah, we're aiming at kids in that, and he still does the creepy voice for the commercial they're shooting. No matter what, it's just different versions of the same thing. It's like,
Yeah.
you will buy this toy, or I'll hunt you down, and I will kill you. It's like, you can't say that. It's like, I am doing this. Like, yes, you're a great actor. Yes, let's go on.
That's funny. Wait, what happened to the other 49? So for the demon lore, I think it was JoJo stands as demons that I explained like the base of it. All 49 of them are still around. But for the sole purpose of giving one of them the name Dev-L for 50. The two characters we focus on are 50 and 51. Solely because of the pun name DEV-L. But the other ones are just kind of roaming around it's not, I'm not concrete on the idea, but it's like a castle sort of thing. And so they're roaming around that, basically serving the current devil in charge, because the devil in this version of hell is kind of like a president, where I would say more like a king actually, where they rule until they, air quotes, die, pass on, whatever it may be, and then one of these underlings, usually there's like one or two. This devil got a little crazy, and now there's 50 plus of them. Once that devil either moves on or term limits are up, I haven't decided yet, one of those take hold and the cycle starts again. So there are 49 other ones, we just haven't, and maybe will, maybe not, I'm not sure yet. We have not met them yet.
I kind of want to go because they've all been slayed by good old M4 Bainsworth. And then you don't have to worry about the other 49 because there's your story. They're gone. It's sorted. And they've all got a crossover now, so there we go.
True. I do need to figure out. I giving that answer had made me realize I do need to figure out how ever mortality works in hell. So would Lucifer be number 1? Not quite. The devil would be more number 0, and then out of the denizens of hell, like the people who die and get sent to hell, they'll be like, the devil will be like, I like that one, that guy over there, interest me, and then they do some sort of magic or whatever, and they turn that damned soul into a dark one, which then has, depending on how many dark ones there are, which are what 50 and 51 are, depending on how many dark ones they are, that being number 1 would have the chance to be the next devil. Should I be revealing all of this lore this early?
I feel you've missed a trick. The original devil could be Diab, and then it's got the 0 for 0, and you've got Diablo.
Well, it is possible. So, in, I think it was the community redraw, we learned that there's multiple devils and all the different like the devil is a title in this version of hell, and so one of them, the one who made all the cute demons from the community redraw was Jane, what was it? It was like Jane Buchan or whatever I wound up naming it, and that was his name. It's like in the U.S. it's it's like any position of power. It's king name, president name, stuff like that. And the devil is just like a title, and then whatever their name is would follow, and their name is just to be revealed at a later date. I don't want to give everything away yet.
I know how difficult that is when you're chatting in stream and you're like, yeah, guys, for this we're doing this, and oh wait, can I tell you that or not?
Exactly.
What have I already told you guys so far? I've done so many videos since that last one that we're talking about.
You just like get really excited, and you're like, hey, let's dump a bunch of lore. Wait, I should not have told you that.
Spoiler alert, I'm deleting the segment of the stream. You didn't hear it first.
Well, and that's the thing, because so I think in terms of overarching plot, the demon ones were like the first ones, like the first one I thought of. And so it's one I'm really excited to explore further. And I'm just like, I really want to get this out. And then I'm like, but as I'm talking, I'm like, don't want to give everything away.
Yeah, it's that fine line between just enough so it doesn't affect anything if you change your mind, at the same time as currently I'm thinking this, but
Yeah, exactly.
I've got a story in line and I nearly spoiled it 3 times in the last like 3 live streams. I'm like,
oh no.
No. So I've been made sure to like, no, I can't confirm or deny that, because, you know, something you mentioned I might actually have planned to do before you mentioned it.
Yeah. Well, that is actually, so I've found out like that's kind of like what showrunners and stuff like that do. I don't know if they can't or they just personally avoid it, but like any like fan art, AUs and stuff like that, if you're like the creator of a show, like VivziePop, Gooseworks, all that, you, or like even a writer on them, you want to avoid watching or reading fan stuff. That way, in case something like that does happen, there's no like legal conundrum where it'd be like, oh, you saw my idea because you mentioned you saw this thing I wrote. So it's very interesting.
It's also like cast though as well, isn't it? So you got to think yourself, because you do the voices, if you're answering it as a character, what their thoughts on something is, not to spoil anything that way as well. Unless you're Tom Holland, then just to go for it.
It's spoilers, and I know in some instances, for like, I don't know if this applies to actors, but like voice actors definitely, sometimes like the creator of the show will like put limits on what you can and can't do as characters off script. So like
Yeah.
if we're doing a stream here and we have off the top of my head, Michael Kovac, and we're asking him about a certain project, the showrunners could say, if you do any if you do any line reads as this character on the stream, please try to avoid like swearing or doing this kind of line and stuff like that. It's really interesting.
Yeah, makes perfect sense though, because you're representing that character and that brand, and you've got to do it
Exactly.
right. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to get hired again. Yeah, here we were today to hire. Nope, you're fired. But what did I do? You voice acted and you swore. Uh-oh.
All right, we got some chats coming in. Joined a little late. What did I miss? Not much. Sneaky Raptor Squad, we just finished up DUCKSCARE. We got some character suggestions coming in for A3. I'm going to give it like 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we'll start the vote. Next up, then permission to draw some OCs with DUCKSCARE and or Professor Marcus Plague. Be my guest. I'd love to see what you make. Arc here. Can I ask something? What would be everyone's reaction to Angelic Demon? Well, okay, I do honestly forget, but I know Professor Marcus Plague gave an opinion during the redraw when he was reading Angelic Demon's file. 50 and 51. That's interesting because Angelic Demon. 51 would definitely be. '51 would be like. 51 would definitely be like immediately in the Demon Encyclopedia. Would be like interesting. And what's 51's voice? 50's voice. Interesting. I've never heard of an angelic demon before. This might not be a creation by any of the devils in hell, but it would be worth looking into. And then meanwhile, 51 would be like, oh my goodness, are you telling me that a demon can also be part angel as well? What sort of amazing abilities does that one have? And it would just basically whatever 50 would think, 51 would think the complete opposite. Is my mic on? It is. Okay.
I just love the fact you do what I do, and you just do a sentence in the voice. You've got a sentence to get you into that voice, and it's like, whether it's saying their name a particular way or something.
Yeah.
To trigger it at the start. It's like, yes, I'm not the only one that does that.
My friends have called them. I don't know if this is like an industry, like a name in the industry for it, but my friends refer to them as like kind of tuning forks. So like alongside the sentences of doing, I also have like certain like hand motions and stuff that I do for them. So like
yeah, I kind of relate. It did make me laugh watching Popcross do for his crunk voice, that screwed up, messed up face.
Yeah.
Seeing that, it's like that. Oh, I've just had something sour in my mouth face. It's like, it's kind of like the whole crunk. Like he just gets right into the voice. He goes, "Can I do it about it?" And it's like, kinda, but the face is more fun.
Yeah. Not Pippin. Well, that's the video game character. But 51's got the jolly hand motions. Professor Marcus Plague also talks with at least one hand. I don't know if I have anything for 50 or Ivan. Yeah, 50 and Ivan are just kind of like sentences that I repeat. DUCKSCARE is a sound effect.
Yeah, that's the easiest one for you, isn't it? Just play the sound effect. Done. Just remember to jump when you do it.
It's easy, but if you notice in the last video, when I I don't like having the webcam just cut out at random moments. So like, I needed a photo, a part of the video of me not saying anything for when the DUCKSCARE sound effect played, and it was just kind of me like mimicking it and just cut out the audio. Homeland. Wait, was Homelander?
That
wasn't a.
Some JD Rangers said if you had to kill one character, who would it be? Is that one of our narrator characters you're on about? Or some JD Ranger? But I think the response Homelander would be that's who they'd kill off. It's like, have fun with that. I've watched The Boys. Yeah. How are you going to kill him off? You know, even the ones with the same powers couldn't kill him off.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be ever in your favor.
Yeah.
A
Owen says 50 kind of speaks like Dresden with a higher voice pitch.
Yeah. I do. So, once again, was not intentional. The reference for 50's voice is a song called Devil's Food by Alice Cooper. At the end of that song, there's this whole big monologue of a character like talking about spiders. And he kind of speaks in this refined museum curator-esque voice as he goes through all the spiders. And so that's the voice I took for 50, just because I felt like showcasing all these demons and like those facts, giving all those facts to 51 would really suit the character.
I really want to ask Popcross next time we speak to him where the voice for Dresden came from and see if there's any correlation by pure chance.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
I've tried.
We don't know where his voices come from. He just says, yeah, sometimes they're from people, you know, I kind of like just know, like Benny's from like voices he knew for his family and stuff, and some of the other ones, like Visalia is the same. But then the rest of them, we don't have any clue whatsoever where they've come from.
Yeah. I tried asking him on whatever recent stream he did a while ago, but it got buried, unfortunately. So I didn't get an answer. Wait, did I ask him that during the anniversary stream, or is that not one we got to?
No, I think the last one was the Buster. Oh wait, maybe you did ask that. No, you did ask that during the anniversary stream, but he also got answered some questions like that in his Buster Terminax one, the last live stream he did that I know of. But yeah, he gets asked them a few times, but they keep changing because he keeps adding new characters.
That is true.
Which makes it like, where'd you get especially characters from? It's like, well, these ones you know about. These ones, on the other hand, yeah.
Alright, I'm a yap for a bit, so I hope y'all don't mind. What would Professor Marcus Plague feel about an ancient porcelain robot? It's for drawing them together. Ancient porcelain robot. I think it would all be dependent on what kind of powers it has, or like what abilities and whatnot. Because a big thing about Marcus Plague is just like, I want to see. Big thing about Professor Marcus Plague is I want to see how far like I could really push myself. What kind of SCP abilities can I take and live to tell the tale? Stuff kind of like that. So he would definitely want to see how far he can push himself based on this giant porcelain robot's different types of abilities and stuff like that. Both with and without DUCKSCARE. Because, you know, DUCKSCARE's cool and all, but like, I don't want him to become a handicap. I want to see how far I as Professor Marcus Plague could really go.
It's made out of porcelain. Just give it a little tap.
Ooh.
Done.
Porcelain, I could break it by accident, which I have multiple times.
You don't have to touch it, just run past it and watch it lose balance. Timber!
Alright, poll going up.
Ooh. Ah, oh, damn it.
What?
Well, I like Saitama from One Punch Man, but I like Kilika too, so I'm going to vote for someone different. I can't choose between the two. It's an insult to my principles.
Museum curator's voice. I love this description. I'm using it all the time now. Last stream Popcross did was Spider-Bat Venomized. Okay. If
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the case, because I'm pretty sure I didn't get to tune into the Bustar Terminax video or stream, so maybe I'll throw that in at 2x speed and see if I could find anything.
Yeah, I remember I became a mod in that stream.
Oh, nice.
I
That
think
was
stream was the
11
one
months
before.
ago. Jeez.
Yeah, he doesn't do live streams very often.
Yeah.
We'll hog tie him down for one at some point. Everything your guest appearance one, the anniversary one he jumped on, it's very difficult to rope him down. He's too busy, falling head over heels on his trampolines now?
Yeah. Care Bears. Super.
Ben says the robot has light-based powers and they have a knockback ability that can blind and potentially comatose enemies.
That feels like a very wide gap of effects. Either blind or just completely comatose. It feels like a very wide margin of what things that can happen to you.
On the other side, it does coincide with a light-based power because the information from the light could actually comatose a person, depending on how it's done. But yeah. And a knockback ability. Okay.
Interesting.
It might be a bit tricky to deal with than just flicking it and watching it crumble.
Professor Marcus Plague would 100% be like, I'm going to stare directly at this thing and see what happens.
Yeah, I think Aaronfold would just chuck his spear at it and see what happens. And then start fighting it like hand-to-hand combat up close, just grabbing it and going for it.
The characters are so fun. I wish I knew, like, air quotes, how to write stories, because, like, I want to push these stories, but I don't. Like, I'm in the point right now where I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen to get to the point where I need it to.
I've been in that stage before. It's really weird, like limbo bit you get into, because it's like, how much do I put in before the bit I want for it to be enough to be interesting and not be too quick, at the same time not to be too drawn out and take too long.
Right.
Because you haven't planned it, because you're like, I want to get to this point, but I'm at this point, and then you're like, so how do I get to that from that? Like, how do I get from A to C? And what's my B gonna be?
Yeah. I feel like it worked out just because of how the community redraw was going, but I feel like, I don't know, because I kind of reset the status quo for Plague. But I, like, before I knew how to solve the Corpser line, I'm like, I feel like I've displaced Professor Marcus Plague from his narrator position too soon, where, like, the death of the SCP Foundation came after a bunch of SCP-based episodes, where mine was like, oh, here's one SCP episode, here's another one, and we already have a containment breach that he has to deal with.
No, that's just throwing him in the deep end. That's quite exciting.
Yeah. But
I'd
now,
have done it in the first episode. Chuck him in the deep end. Just go, yeah, just take it over the... Uh-oh, what's happening here?
Yeah, I have an episode coming up that's pretty much not really a conclusion, but sort of a conclusion of part 1 of the SCP narrator's story. And the only reason I'm doing it this fast is because several people have already predicted the plot twist, and I'm getting very frustrated by it, so I'm just cutting it off there.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't think I've played enough cards for anyone to guess a plot twist yet. Like, there's not enough information to even fathom a guess.
Yeah, well, I set a few cards on the table, but I thought they would be... I wanted to set a few cards, but I didn't know how exactly settled to make them.
Yeah.
But then I started placing cards, and people just automatically guessed it was going to be, and I was like, dang it.
That
We're
is
supposed to, at least...
that is
at
always
least
the
supposed to
hardest
be
part.
You see, the problem I have is I'd give a small hint, and then Ben in the chat must be on the same wavelength as me, because 9 times out of 10 they guess it exactly just from the vaguest hint that not even I would have guessed it if I didn't know it already, and I'm like, that's a cool idea. You sat there like, okay, somebody's got it. Now what do I do? Do I keep it? Do I tweak it? I've already done it. I may as well keep it now.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just revealing it and moving on to next plot thread for him.
Yeah, I've got a plot twist coming up later on, hopefully, fingers crossed. I was watching Young Justice again, like the
nice.
cartoon series, and it gave me a couple of ideas, and then it suddenly spurred on for something in the chat, and I'm like, right, that could be a new narrator, but I'm like, how much do I reveal about that narrator and when, though? You got crackered.
Yep.
I can just look up at the stream from looking away and just see KyngPin like red face, hands in front, going no.
And in the comments, I'll go DUCKSCARE, DUCKSCARE.
Yeah.
Because I was right before the timer went off. I was gonna say something like, so that happened recently with the whole like subtle hint thing. Because I needed a basically a caveat for DUCKSCARE to be introduced to the story, and I didn't know if I wanted to make DUCKSCARE sentient, so I'm like, okay, he's got a... Well, I also needed a way for like... No, wait, why did I change it? I forgot why I changed it, but originally DUCKSCARE was just going to be like walking around the facility, but I realized the way that I set up the powers, it didn't work, so I needed someone to kind of just like hand it off to him. And so the other character in the latest video, Dr. Bill Dye, I don't know if anyone caught on to it. It was very short-lived, so it wasn't that big of a foreshadowing. But if you break down the name, first off, Bill Duck, that worked out perfectly. But also William is another name for Bill for some reason. And Will is short for William. So I made up a character called Dr. Will Die. Just saying. And I'm not sure if anyone actually caught on to that during the video. Have finished the poll, and we have our next character, which I need a reference for. That's not a great one. That's not bad. I'm gonna go with this one. All right. And the winner, actually I should double check to make sure this is right. Yes, the winner is Harmony from House on the Outlands. I actually have to check. Whoa. That web page is slowing down my computer. 'Cause I know they keep putting them out. I haven't checked in a while if there's a new episode. There is not. Okay. Also, at some point, I have to do a House on the Outlands OC stream, because that competition deadline is coming up soon. And I've got nothing. So William's fate is sealed. Well then, William's fate was sealed until I saw how everybody reacted to him as a character. So, as much as I don't want to be like Marvel Comics, or DC or Marvel Comics, where death essentially has no consequences, I feel like I might need to bring him back at some point. Row A will be next to be completed. Oh, you're right. We're actually making progress in this. I forgot that was even a thing. Also, I also find it really weird that it feels like this has been going on so much longer than only 11 episodes. She's got very long hair.
Ark wants to know how much time do we have. We have about 61 minutes left.
About 30 actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But trying to say something.
No, you're good. I usually the Saturday streams would go a little later, but once I go out for the night, or once I go out after the stream, I'm out pretty much for the rest of the day. So I do need a little bit of time to prepare some stuff. But yeah, usually a Saturday stream would go to like 3:30 or 3:45, 3:50ish. Make Will.
See you later, Nikolai.
Take care, Nikolai. Yep, see you in Monday's video. Monday's video is going to be an interesting one. I'm interested to see how people will respond to it. It was just kind of one of those... What's up?
You're not really doing the death of DUCKSCARE, are you?
That would
After
be...
the last video, you're like DUCKSCARE, death of DUCKSCARE.
That would be
DUCKSCARE
evil.
returns. DUCKSCARE returns. There's like the Transformers movie in it, the death of Optimus Prime. And at the end of the movie, you go, Optimus Prime will return in the future. It's like, well, he's not exactly dead then. You just didn't want him for the movie, did you?
No, DUCKSCARE is here to stay for the foreseeable future.
At least live on stream.
Yeah. No, Monday's video is just kind of one of those weird ideas that just came to me. I'm like, all right, let's try it out. Let's see what happens.
Sometimes the weirder ideas are the better ones.
Yeah. I mean, Serial Mascot SCPs did very well. And so I'm going to have to... I do want to do more Serial Mascots, because that one was a fun one to do.
Owen says, you know Haki from Dragon Ball. Well, what do you think of Hakwak? The chat's having so much fun with your DUCKSCARE.
Of course Will be attached. Will was a new character, and he had so much potential. Alright, well, got a new character I gotta write a story for. Or maybe I have one already planned out. I don't know. I feel like people would unsubscribe if KyngPin killed DUCKSCARE. It's...
Nerd, we've got our new fan fiction crossover. We're going to kill off DUCKSCARE, yeah?
Just gonna assemble a group to go hunt down DUCKSCARE.
Although that does imply DUCKSCARE could be killed in the first place, which, I'll be honest, I don't know if that's possible.
He's a duck like he's a cat. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I'm also realizing that this particular emotion has no mouth.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Just the eyes to say, huh?
It's too wide. I guess it would have to be something like that.
What's your reference picture on?
This is Harmony from House on the Outland. I'm trying to... So the eyes have 3 distinct circles. There's a white, a black, and then the eye color. And I'm trying to fit all of them in, but the eyes are so thin, it's a little tricky. I think I got it. Just don't know if it receives. Oh, wait, there is a mouth. It's just really high up.
Oh wow, it's under the nose, isn't it?
It's right here.
Literally.
I covered it with the nose. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there's a tiny nose instead of a giant nose.
Oh, I love this one. This one looks so ridiculous.
Live long and prosper. Now it's a vampire. Live long and drink lots of blood. Blah 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 blah. We've now drawn a Vulcan vampire.
Bro is plotting. King, it does have a mouth. You just put the nose over. Oh, thank you, Van. I just saw that comment.
Yeah, King agrees with you. People would probably unsubscribe if you killed DUCKSCARE. Or DUCKSCARE in that case.
Oh.
His good brother. DUCKSCARE instead.
Well, the stream is still going, which is good. However, my Chrome has completely frozen.
Oh. I've had that a few times with Google Chrome. You just need to reload the page.
Would that kill the stream if I did, or no?
No, your stream should still be going because it's from your OBS to the YouTube. You've set one up. You've connected OBS to it. So refreshing your actual browser shouldn't make a difference. If you were to restart OBS, you'd get a small delay until you reconnect to it.
Right. I'm going to do that really quick because I'm trying to pull up another reference images and I'm just getting screams of death.
No. Little Britain. Computer says no.
It's not even Chrome that's using the most CPU. It's OBS.
Yeah, but Chrome, I've noticed on a few streams I've been doing lately when I've been typing and stuff, Chrome has been on YouTube just crashing. You can't do anything on the page on certain things. You can't click on chat until you reload the page or anything. It's really weird.
And apparently I have like 37 Chrome tabs open, which is not true.
It's 26 and a half.
Alright. Really quickly gonna pull up that stream again in case anything. I mean, nothing seems to be going wrong.
Oh, I need a character to draw. I'm doing an arc. I need a character to draw.
Nope, that's not the studio, that's the analytics. That's stream customization. Just give me the chat, please. Thank you. Jeez. Thank you. Alright, where do we leave off? King DUCKSCARE is sweeping all the way. Wait. Oh, let's put DUCKSCARE and Loki in Eloise Ludum's arena and see what happens. DUCKSCARE is sweeping all the way.
I don't know if Dempsey and Popcross would be okay with their characters being killed off that easily.
Well, Loki's the main bad guy, so I'd have to find a way to make him live after that. I mean, he is the longest lasting bad guy ever since Go for Dude 88's cat was drawn and became Loki in a community redraw, and then ever since then he's the bad guy, and the voice was kind of like the evil guy from Arcane League of Legends, so that's why he's always like power with that kind of like whispery voice.
I will say, I do love Loki. It's got a great design and a great voice.
Yeah, I quite like the fact I can emphasize, like I can whisper in, it's like those fools, and just emphasize a word every here and there, and just randomly do it, and it's like, yeah, it's fine. And so many skits have come out from it. It's absolutely amazing when I do a live stream. It's like, cool, I can practice character voices while I'm doing the stream.
That's always good. I got some practice, which was actually really fun.
Ben says, Dempsey, are you still taking anime girls to draw? Yes. I'm compiling a list for the kind of like the personal project study thing to try and draw hair and certain techniques better in Clip Studio Paint and stuff.
Actually, I do have a question. Back when Vasilia was first revealed to be a were-jaguar, people started joking about whether or not she would be affected by a cat laser. Would Loki be affected by a cat laser?
Yes.
Okay.
Not all the time, but because cats don't always do it, they sometimes just sit there, look at it, and say, look at you as if to say, really, and walk off. But when he does go for it, he'll climb the walls and everything for it. And you know, I've got scenes of maybe in a storyline doing one of the characters, like when they meet later on, like the big battle, like Nexon pulls out a laser pointer and starts doing it, and Loki starts chasing it around the room instead of commanding the army. I've got visions of some, you know, a really crazy skit like that. It might not be that point, but ever since it was been mentioned about laser pointers a few times, I'm like, that could be a really funny skit to drop into a video somewhere. But is it one that I make where it's like, it's a made-up scenario, like a future simulation prediction, or it actually happens with Loki? You can imagine the fun he has with the laser targeting systems on his base's defense system, don't you? Walks down, the laser points at him. Meow. Sneaky Raptor Squad wants you to spin the wheel, and they hope it lands on B1 so you can draw Luna from Hell of a Boss.
Ooh. How many? I don't even think I have the wheel pulled up. I don't think I even pulled the wheel up for this stream because I didn't.
Not currently.
Yeah, I didn't know if we needed it. B1? Yeah, B1's still here. I do have Luna written down on the doc, so when we do get to B1, I do have that one written. I also have the boiled one, which if I remember correctly is not a pleasant image. It is sure not. Yeah, that is quite disturbing to look at. Which one's B1? Oh my, okay, that's an interesting combination.
I kind of feel E3, like the almost like, oh my god, look on his face next to Ehrenfold. Just has to be a ridiculously like motionless character.
Yeah. Alright. Now, which version of symmetry would give me the pattern? Is it radio?
What pattern are you on about? Trying to do?
Harmony has yin yang on her shirt, and I want to see if I can cheat it by just using the symmetry tool. And I think I found exactly what I needed.
5 seconds later. No, it's not working.
Because with the DUCKSCARE video, I kind of was experimenting with the different types of symmetry brushes brushes that Photoshop offers. And so
it's basically a big chicken dipper. So you want like a big S curve and then coming back down, and then they loop round to each other.
it's not bad. It's the hardest part right now is connecting the lines at the center.
You were so close on that last one.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's the best we're gonna get.
Yeah, that works.
There we go.
Oh, that's satisfying. Good enough. It's gonna be much smaller, so nobody's gonna be able to nitpick it.
Quick, let's nitpick it. He zoomed in. We can do it. Let's go. Ben says, well, that would mean row 1 will be completed. Would be shocked. Oh, if it's B1, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where we're completing full rows now, which is, oops, left symmetry.
Who's a cheater pumpkin eater? If you're using the tools and the software, it's not cheating. If we typed in create a harmony on this on the emotion chart, a whatever, and it and it did it of AI, that'd be cheater pumpkin eater.
Definitely. I would, okay, just out of curiosity, I'm not actually going to do it because I don't care that much, and also AI, but I would be very interested to see how AI would respond to a prompt like that, of make this character do this emotion. But like literally typing it in as make harmony do emotion E3, and then based on, and then I guess you would upload, I don't know how AI works, but I guess you would upload like this chart as a reference image.
You would, the way to do it with text is you would say take magical pouches emotion chart and use E3 as harmony as E3 for that emotion or something, and see what it comes up with. That would be the closest way. It might work. I know a lot of people, some people have done a YouTube video and they did Yaori from Bleach, the one that can turn into the cat from the sort of like the secret squad, and they did a pose of her, and then what they did is they used that as the basis to trace over but tweak the design to match their style a bit more, and use the AI fully generated one for like the angle, the pose that they came through that they liked as the basis, which I thought was like, that's a smart way to use AI, because you're not exactly copying it straight out, you're doing your own artwork over the top, but you've used it as the basis for the pose and the composition. Yeah, that was quite cool. And using stuff like that to learn, great. But all these channels I see that says, what if superhero fusions, and you've just got 2 AI generated images and the final fusion, or they've taken 2 images that someone's done and then put an AI fusion at the end, and you're like, that's an insult to any artist, even the ones that did the original work.
Yeah. We have actual artists fusing superheroes.
Yeah. Or giving them silly emotions.
That too.
Yeah. Or drawing ducks fused with clocks. Who knows?
Probably a
They'll scare me.
a little bit of a less demanding market, but still. Her hair isn't really easy.
Oh yeah, apparently Ben was calling you, KyngPin, a cheater pumpkin eater. Do you eat pumpkin?
Not a huge fan. Pumpkin pie is all right. But yeah, no, not really.
Okay, you gotta find a new phrase, Ben. It's okay, I'm not trolling chat at all, honest.
KyngPin, is our art going to be shown off at the end of the stream like last time? If it is, it would probably have to be done like right now.
Is there any art in the thing for it though?
I do see a few. The other day, someone posted like art kind. I'm blanking on the right word, but like a growth, I guess would be the right term. Like, here's what I drew years ago. Here's what I draw. Here's how I draw now. So there's a few of those in there that would be cool to show off. There is one that came in just a few minutes ago. That being said, ARC is asking for 2 minutes. So we will begin the art showcase at 3:20-ish, 3:21, after I finish the line art. I think that would be a good place to stop.
I got too many windows open. Oh, there we are. I lost the window, or the desktop window this stream was on. I'm like, where's it gone?
I say, I'm really liking how this one is turning out.
Ben says, so will there be a stream tomorrow?
Unfortunately not. I would have liked there to be. I'm trying to find time where I can do a week with like 2 streams or whatnot, but unfortunately I have a commitment tomorrow that begins at when I would normally stream, and I unfortunately do not know what time I will be back.
Owen's got a good question. Which Popcross Studios OC would make a good horror villain? I would say Mira. She's quite demony and horror, I think. Her or Dresden.
My first thought was Dresden.
I feel like Fear herself could also make a pretty good horror villain.
Yeah, I thought that one.
Demonic power things.
Yeah, that's a little bit too like obvious. It's like you could say any of the Archon teams.
I was just gonna say,
Well,
yeah.
Sharp Gang specifically.
Shark Gang specifically, Tayrin could be terrifying if used right.
Vasilia.
With like the
Alexis.
summoning random monsters thing.
Alexis, imagine her Reaper powers going in a horror movie. Alexa, shush. Now this is why I should rename my certain device in the corner, because it's eavesdropping. As we all just found out.
I heard that. The fact that I heard it over the mic made it even funnier.
I like the way you were laughing when I was the minute I started what was going. Certain name, shush, or shut up, and you guys were just chuckling. That's like, yeah, I knew you heard it.
I will say, Vasilia would probably be a good horror villain. Or thriller, if anything.
Actually, Champagne McGregor would be an awesome one. He'd create all the monsters they fight against in a horror film.
True.
Yeah, Thunderbirds fan, that's cool. That's a good thing to do. I need to log in or remember how to log into it, what my username and password is, and then figure it out. Actually, out of the whole Sharp Gang and that, I think Off-Screen would make the best horror villain. Because whenever there's not a scene with them in the actual scene, like talking to a character, they'll look like they've got no powers, no abilities, no nothing. They'll look like they're not a suspect. But as soon as they turn their back, all the powers and abilities come in, and you could have the whole horror thing happen. It would just be perfect.
Yeah.
It belongs like the Scream movie, the original one, where the Doofy, the one that he was playing like he was disabled and stuff, but actually wasn't at the end, all going off like drops all his like fake toy gun and that. the special officer badge and that, and got in the car and drove off. It'd be like that scenario, wouldn't it? You'd never suspect him throughout the whole film. It's like, didn't think he had any part in anything whatsoever, and at the end, you're like, oh my god, what? It was him.
That is true. That would be a good mystery. Off Screen, now coming to cinemas October 28th.
But that'll be on screen, so it'll be any date other than that one.
Off Screen would just be like an audio drama.
That's why Podcast is doing them all as audiobooks, isn't it? Just for off screen.
So would off-screen starring in an audio drama basically be all-powerful?
Potentially, yeah, because they're off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Don't know. So there are some posts in the art showcase for stream from people who I don't believe are in the chat. Should I showcase it, or I don't, because they put it in the specific channel, but I don't know if they specifically wanted it showcased.
Yeah, I in that case, just do the ones that are in the we know are in the chat. So from like Fazbear and Ark.
Yeah, I'll do the most recent ones from today then.
Might be worth putting a description on the top of the channel saying these to be showcased on. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, that's a very good idea actually. Right.
Although I'm one to talk, I just create a channel and say everybody drop it in here. There you go.
All right. That's good. Then we got a shorter artist showcase today, so that'll help be a good way to wrap up the stream. So first up, if I've labeled my layers correctly, you should be able to see it now. Cool. First up, we've got. Oh, you can see me tabbing. Okay, this is from Fazbear Entertainment. With the caption, "You want my treasure? Well, you can have it. I left all I ever gathered in one piece. All you need to do is go out and find it." And so started the great era of idiocy and artistry. Now, I recognize it as a One Piece character. Unfortunately, I don't know who it is.
He's Gold Roger is basically the king of the pirates who was, when he was get executed, said he hid all his treasure he collected in one piece, one location, and they've all of them hunt it, and that starts off the whole story of Monkey D. Luffy,
Okay.
Straw Hat, going off and along to find Golden Roger's treasure.
Oh, the name is literally right there. Wow, I'm dumb.
Yeah, Gold Roger, dead or alive.
This is really good. Like, the detail in the face is amazing. And also, with the limited use of color, being able to, like, render out all the different textures turned out really good. You did a really nice job, Fazbear Entertainment. So, I can say this now that it happened. I had to draw something very similar to this for my friend. He asked me to design a bunch of D&D posters in this style for his campaign. So just looking at this kind of takes me back, even though I've never seen One Piece. So I really like this piece a lot.
Wow, you've got like almost 2,000 manga chapters and over 1,000 anime videos to watch to catch up.
I promise I can't.
I will just Yeah, I'm just going to find out. Give me a second. How many?
My friends have done it, and I do not understand how.
Okay, so One Piece currently has 16 seasons and 1,122 episodes on Crunchyroll.
1,100 episodes? Seriously?
Yeah. The manga is probably on. Give me a second. Let me find out. One Piece is on chapter. Yeah, 1,120 for the chapters. Bear in mind, the anime is probably about half of these chapters, potentially, or at least 2/3 of the chapters from the manga. So, yeah, that says it all, really. It's a beast. I mean, I haven't caught up with every single bit, but I know the more recent stuff, and there's a small bit in the middle, but yeah, it's just got tons. So tomorrow's live, KyngPin's going to be streaming One Piece, even though he's not watching it.
Did you spin the wheel? Not yet, Sneaky Raptor Squad. We still have to finish Harmony here, which will start off next stream, and then next stream we'll spin the wheel for the next one. Because I do have to wrap up the stream very soon. And so once we finish with the artist showcase, that'll be the end of the stream, and then we'll take it away, hit the ground running next stream. Which hopefully, maybe next week I can do a double. I gotta double check the schedule. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll play it by ear. Anyway, that was Fazbear Entertainment's. Next up, we've got Ark with Shark Scare, which Cyber Shark already love. Just let me zoom in a little bit because this is really cool. First off, the metal texturing, perfect. The glowing eye with the timer. The timer is brilliant. I love how you also did it with you changed the shape of it, Ark. Instead of a circle ring, you made it more square, which conforms to the face, the facial structure of the shark better than a circle would. So that looks really cool. You got the gear, which seems to be at a more correct angle than the ones I've drawn. So props to that. Gears are very hard. And just all the metal texturings here. You did a really good job. Also, No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I saw this, and the first thing I thought was sharks with laser beams from Austin Powers. It was like just a laser on its head, like the eye, that one eye glowing, shoot a laser. It was just my first thought. I thought, you've nailed the whole concept of everything that just made a shark, like, just awesome.
Yeah.
Just, we'll say he's got a laser beam in the eye, and I'm happy. It looks awesome.
Yeah, and the underwater background as well, you did a really good job with, especially with all the various colors.
Yeah.
Various, not the one word. Various
And the razor
shades,
light.
feel and such.
Yeah, and the razor light coming in front of and behind the body of the shark, which is quite cool.
Yeah. I was going to say that. Because I know, Nerd, you did the shark video recently, which was awesome, and the underwater background work you did for that was really good.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So, Ark, awesome job. This turned out awesome. And I love how you incorporated your signature into, like, the... You didn't get me that time. I like how you incorporated your signature into, like, the environment around it. Like, you use the same colors as the light shine to do it. That's a really creative detail that I really like. Next up... Oh, go ahead first.
Fazbear's got a good question, though. Fazbear says, I wonder if it rusts. Is it rust-proof?
I mean, technically,
It should be. It should be, but you never know.
Yeah.
It'll take a while to rust under the water, but you never know.
All right. This next one up
Ooh boy, let's
is
go.
is a
Oh,
bit is a bit is a bit of a I don't even have the right word. We have Ven with blushing Dresden.
A slightly risque Dresden.
A little bit. In the back rooms.
I'm seriously debating whether or not we should show this to Pop Ross.
I was just gonna say.
I think we should.
I was just gonna say I want to make this the thumbnail of the stream.
I love the way that it looks like in the back rooms. He's losing his mind, and then all of a sudden he's come to blushing Dresden, or he's switching between the two. Because of the way it is, it's like almost like it's one of those scenes where you can see them going through the different emotional states of being lost in the back rooms or something, which is really awesome.
Yeah, I will say, first off, I love that the hearts are made of stone. That's a really cool detail. But I also will give major props to both of these poses, because they're both. There's a lot of foreshortening going on in both of them, and you nailed it perfectly.
I like the color scheme as well. The background colors kind of blend in well with the colors palette choice for the actual character design, which is really nice. So it's not overpowering, but it's got a subtle hue to the actual main, the pinkish color in Blushing Dresden,
Right.
which gives the whole complementary feel, but also an emphasis on that whole pink blushing or that whole emotion, that mood set.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Ven said, I did the draw your baby girl in this trend for the funny. Draw your baby girl like this. Okay, here's...
I feel like you're going down the rabbit hole of things you should not Google.
Yeah. Please don't share that Google, because that's so vague that could.
It's good. I found one of the images. It's just a guy in a suit. I can't seem to find the other one though, and I don't think I'm gonna continue to look. But this is one of the references.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. That's quite cool. But yeah, just
the other one, not so much. And then, last but not least, we got 3 from Caden King, which I think you will all appreciate. If the paste, there we go. We've got, here's a demonic cyborg, which actually the names are cut off. Okay, demonic cyborg, Knight of Arcane. A not so robotic but kind of werewolf vampire can you copy the link, please? Copy link, paste. There we go. For Dempsey, and a Krampus Dino of Nerd Comics Inc.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah. With a little side note, KyngPin and Pop Cross coming soon. These are all really cool, and I have to say I love because I've seen this happen a few times. The community will ask us questions and make art based on it. I remember Apple Flavors at one point did the same thing with like favorite animals, but these are all so cool. That way we got everyone showcased. I also, because Caden King, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the first time I've seen you draw like a beast sort of creature, which turned out really good. I like the addition of the horns and the tail and the legs too. Those legs like this are really hard to draw, and you did a really good job with them.
You know, what looks really cool. Kind of think Dino Dude rocks the beard, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I quite like the wings. They've got the nice color gradient to it to match off, and just to offset as well the body from the background. If you put a background in there as the character, which is quite cool, as well as the two-tone hair on the cyborg demon. That looks really cool.
Yeah. Two-toned hair and two-toned wings are some of my favorite design elements. This is probably the best animal I've ever drawn. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you're happy with how it turned out. Ark, just want to say, KyngPin, if I had more time, I would go with better water and lighting. I mean, if you want to continue to work on it in your own time, feel free to. But yeah, this stream was a little shorter than usual, which I apologize for. Saturdays are kind of a little running around toward the end of the day for me. So, but I didn't want to really skip out on a stream. So, an hour less is better than nothing. But that's all I got from me. That's all from the art showcase. If any of you have any final questions, or Dempsey or Nerd any final comments, we could start wrapping up the stream. KyngPin and Popcross next stream. Awesome. Can't wait to see it, Caden.
Yeah, KyngPin, you don't know about this, but apparently you and Popcross are doing the next stream next week.
DUCKSCARE variety episode. Oh my goodness.
That would be cool.
That is cruel. I had 0 time to draw everything. Sorry guys if you hate KyngPin. Just to shift it over to KyngPin there. Damn.
I'm sorry.
Did you try to get Popcross in the next stream?
Actually, I think that's a definite no, because didn't he make a community post that next week he'll be away?
Yeah, he has some meditation retreat thing he's going on.
Yeah, that's happening at end of next week for a week. That's why he's pushed the redraw to August, because he's away for a week and he's got some stuff preset to come out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're not going to disturb his peace and quiet.
I will see if he wants to come on a stream, but I know definitely next week is not good for him. But it'd be cool to have him back on again, especially now since we can very easily work out on the whole Discord audio stuff.
Yeah, his Discord is very elusive. I sent a friend's request ages ago, and it's still there unaccepted. It's like, you're not my friend. But no, it's yeah.
Popcross will find out eventually. I assume that's the Dresden.
I think so. Don't worry, I was just heckling you, which is just winding you up. We don't hate you. We don't hate your drawing. It's quite cool.
Oh no, I love it.
That you spent on it. It's really good.
Yeah.
Who is A3? Harmony.
Oh yes, A3 is Harmony from the indie animation House on the Outlands, which is they're a bit shorter than like Hell of a Boss, Amazing Digital Circus. They're like 1 to 2 minute shorts, but they're really cool, and I love the aesthetic of it. So yeah, we'll be finishing up that next stream. But other than that, that's all I've got today. Thank you all so much for joining. I will once again apologize for the late notice. I will try my best to work out planning ahead of things. It's just I have no excuses. I'm just bad at planning. I apologize. Once again, thank you, Dempsey and Nerd, for joining me on a little bit of a less late notice, but still could have given you a better heads up.
It's cool. We had fun trying to work out time zones.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
I think my solution's still the best though. Everybody should be on a 24-hour clock, exact same clock everywhere in the world, and it doesn't matter if it's night or day, because if you go to different hemispheres, you get that on our current time zones anyway. So
Yeah.
you know, we don't care about whether you're all night or all day. We just want you on the same clock. So when someone says I'm starting to stream at 3, everybody's starting at 3.
That would make a lot of sense. All right. Take care, everybody. I will see you all in the video on Monday. Peace.